I'm Jackie.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome back to Dumb Witch Club.
Ooh.
I feel like I said that so, newscastery.
You did. Yeah, but that's fine. I think it's
okay.
fine. It's an intro. So
Yeah.
You did a really good job. You sounded really professional.
Oh, thank you.
I bet a news agency will be reaching out to hire you any day.
Doubtful.
Yeah, I'm also going to be like, no. No, she's not here.
No.
Doesn't live here.
She moved.
Yeah, it's going to be like Paramount trying to call Joe at Norma's house.
Yes. He does not live here.
He does not live here. He's not here.
And please stop calling.
Please stop calling here. And then, did you see the phone in that lamp?
I was just going to say something
so
like
amazing.
that to you. With that, phone case / lamp.
Because it was tacky if you were rich to have your phone. I mean, they don't know what we're talking about.
That? Yeah,
We're talking about the movie Sunset Boulevard, which we just watched and we're very excited about.
Yes.
We're very immersed in it. It's a love story, in case you haven't seen it. Highly recommend.
It's amazing. It's my favorite movie. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It's
not really a love story.
No, it's not at all. But you should still watch it.
But you should definitely still watch it. It makes you feel like a really good person.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that container for that phone was
so cool.
Cool.
I know.
We notice different things every time we see it. You noticed her I'm sure you've seen it before, but you noticed her bejeweled
yes.
Sort of whatever.
Yes.
Fascinator.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
Yeah,
I know.
It was gorgeous.
So pretty. So.
So
anyways, this is not what we're supposed to be talking about right now. What we're supposed to be talking about right now is how excited we are because this is a very, very, very special Dumb Witch Club episode. I would say it's like a first of perhaps many episode.
Yeah, it has to be just by the very nature of what we're discussing.
Yeah, and so as a specific intro to this, I'm gonna have a question for you.
Oh, I love this.
Or it's not even a question; it's more of a comment.
Okay.
Sick ink.
Yeah. Sick tats.
Yeah, you got those tattoos.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did they hurt?
I mean,
Yeah.
How long did it take you?
Yeah, I know where the questions go on. So we get asked a lot of tattoo questions. So we were like, what the hell? We're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're doing, by it, I mean, we're doing a tattoo tour.
Yeah.
So we're here to tell you about witchy tattoo tour.
Yeah, I love that. Witchy tattoo tour.
Yeah.
Hop on the broom for the witchy tattoo tour.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. But also, we get a lot of comments and a lot of requests for this information.
Very highly requested, this information.
Yes.
So who are we to say no and deny people?
I would never.
Their burning questions.
Would never. Couldn't dream of it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Except we're not going to answer all of them.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing is we're not going to answer all of them.
No.
There's only so much we can do.
Exactly.
In, one episode and also in a public forum. So.
True.
Keeping that in mind, we are sticking to, first we're going to just talk general stuff. And then we're going to show specific stuff. Mm-hmm. What you can see here. This is what we're limited to.
Sounds like the introduction to a burlesque show.
It sounds like or a porno.
Kind of.
But where they're lying.
Yeah, they're lying.
It's a porno.
But we're not lying.
No, we're not lying. And this is not a burlesque show nor a porno. Anyways, this is going off. So, okay.
Yeah.
What are the most common things? I mean, I know we were sort of parodying it a minute ago. But, what are the most common things people ask?
And usually, if we were joking, but usually people ask because they're genuinely curious about this.
Yes, of course. And people really do want to know.
Yeah,
and
they really
when
do
I
wanna
see
know.
other people, sometimes I want to know too.
Absolutely.
I'm not immune just because I'm like this, you know?
Not at all. We still have questions.
We still have questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, one of the ones I think we get asked quite a bit is... what's the oldest one we have? Or what's the what's the first one that you ever got?
Yeah, what was your first tattoo? Or how old were you when you got your first tattoo?
Yeah, that one too, yeah.
People, like strangers, will often ask, did those hurt? Mm-hmm. And it's like, yes.
Yes, they're tattoos.
They're tattoos. Do you know how you put a tattoo on skin? It's with needles. Mm-hmm. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts.
They all hurt. They all hurt differently. They all hurt differently for different people, and depending on how your body is, I don't know. They just do.
Yeah, no, totally. And even the least painful tattoo, it still hurts.
Yeah.
It just doesn't hurt so bad.
Right.
But it's not like a kiss from an angel, you know?
No, it's definitely not. It's not. I mean, it's worth it because then you have this beautiful piece and, that's part of the process and everything. But They all hurt. Like, that's usually, like, my overarching answer to that is, yeah, they do.
I know. So what would you say is the most painful location or tattoo for you? Because this could vary. There's controversy. People want to be like, these areas hurt for these reasons, and da-da-da. And I don't think there's a universal answer. I think it's more personal.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be curious to see what you answer for this. I would have to say for me, it was my my ribs, sternum area. It's a very odd feeling because there's not a lot of like anything underneath your sternum. It's sort of hollow.
Yes.
In that spot.
True. Yes.
So, you know, in other places where you sort of tense up, and that almost makes it feel like a little better because there's like something
it's
under.
like you're putting more tension on the surface or like under the surface of it.
Yeah. You can't do that with your sternum or your ribs.
True.
Like you could just pull air into that area, but that like doesn't help at all.
It's not the same.
So that one, spicy.
Yeah. No, that's interesting because I also am tattooed in that area, and that's not my answer.
No.
And I also have a giant chest tattoo.
Yeah.
And that's also not my answer. My answer is this little like spot right here.
Ooh, yeah.
It hurts. It's like so tender. So what I always think is like if you just like give a little pinch to your skin right here, like you're like, ow, like it hurts. But like give a little pinch in here, like it hurts more. Yeah, so that's where it hurt the most for me.
Yeah, I can understand. That's like basically in your armpit.
Yes.
Which is horrible.
Yes, it is very sensitive. So that was my most painful tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like literally just all depends, and it even depends on the day. And
yes, it depends on, and I feel like, you know, if you're like a person who menstruates, I feel like that affects your pain level.
It really does. I used to scoff at that and be like, that's not a thing. And then I did it once and was like, I regret everything.
I know. Yeah, no, I know. Seriously. No, it's really true. And like, it's just like your general mood, like where the moon is at. I don't know. All kinds of things. So
yeah, for sure. But I think also the bottom line too, like when people are asking that, like, you can withstand it. Like,
of course.
People wouldn't have them if you couldn't.
No, I know. It's not the kind of pain that you're like gonna cry or like run away. No. Like, it's really not. It's the kind of pain where you're like, ooh, okay, like, and then they stop. It's not continuous for 2.5 hours or anything. It's like stop, start, stop, start. And so you kind of can like acclimate a bit too. And then the endorphins kick in, the adrenaline kicks in, you get a little numb, and then you're having a great time.
You are. Yeah.
And that's the whole point.
Yeah, that is the whole point. And
at least partly.
This beautiful piece.
Yes, exactly. Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, and that.
Like, you just get a little high off of it. Whatever. Pain is a factor, but it's not that big of a deal.
No,
it's kind of fun.
You can do it. You can do it. You've withstood more, I'm imagining, and
exactly.
You can withstand that.
Yeah. If somebody was rude to you on the street, you've been hurt worse.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Okay, another common question. Do you regret your tattoos? Or sometimes people will judgmentally phrase it as, when you're old, you're going to regret those.
Oh, my God. And what are you going to regret, Carol?
Exactly. Naming your... Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's not bring it up.
Pretty permanent decisions there, Carol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Marrying Bob, is that what you're going to regret? Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Yeah, so, but have you had any regrets?
You know, I would not say that I've had regrets. I think similar to you, I was very intentional about my entrance into like the tattooing world.
Ooh,
I don't know.
I don't like how that sounds. I know.
Because I don't even feel like I'm in that either. That's like weird. I don't know. Okay, so I was intentional about getting tattooed. How about that?
Perfect. That sounds accurate.
Yeah, I didn't like any of that I just said.
No,
but I don't know.
like
That's just the way that it came out.
It's
Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
That's not... It doesn't matter. But yes,
you were intentional.
So I don't think that I was intentional. I don't think I have anything that I was like, oh my God, can't believe I did that. Or like, I haven't ever like gotten wasted and like gotten some random thing. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't go to Vegas or to Venice Beach and get drunk and get a tattoo.
No.
Don't do that.
Don't. And if you have done it, I mean, whatever.
If you've already done it, then fine. You already did it. Like, you could probably echo, don't do that if you did already do that.
Exactly. And I've never been that person. Like, as much as people, I think, might think I'm like that or you're like that we're like these spontaneous people or like rebels, like yes, but like in a calculated way. Like I don't mess around with like that being on my body and just no, I don't do that. So no, I don't and won't. And
we rebel in very appropriate and specific time-honored ways.
Yes, absolutely. We have respect
for so much respect.
Things in our bodies. Anyways, so no, but I did have a little cover up mostly because I had a small tattoo in an area that I wanted like a larger scale piece. And it just needed to go.
It had to be a casualty.
It did.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit sad, but he's under there. Like the little...
He's still there.
Yeah, he's under there. And so it's there. But it wasn't like, oh God, like I really need to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Like I've never tattooed like exes' names or anything like that on me. It could never be me. Like I'm a Scorpio. Like that's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't trust anyone. I'm like, no.
No.
Not doing that.
And I know it's sort of like a joke or like a meme almost, but like I worked at the Renaissance Fair and there was a guy who truly I saw with my own eyes had a list of names and they were crossed out one after the other on his back shoulder. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm sure he thought that was very funny.
Oh, he was extremely proud of it. He showed it off. You want to be the next name? Like that was his line. Yeah. And I was like, absolutely.
Did he say, wench, wouldst thou?
Probably. He didn't work there. He just went there.
Oh, yeah, but
that
get
also
really into
Oh, yeah. No. I know. He was already drunk. He probably got all of them when he was drunk. Anyways, I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, true story. But yeah, so also...
Yeah.
I feel like this is becoming a cautionary tale. And like, don't do that either. We're like, don't do that. Don't do this. Yeah, exactly.
But what about you? Regrets?
Oh, no, I regret
Regrets.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know why I'm asking you.
No. I've literally never regretted anything once in my entire life, especially not these tattoos.
No regrets.
No. In fact, I want that tattoo.
I know. I kind of do too. I kind of love it.
I know. I really do. So yeah, no regrets at all. But I have had some cover-up situations from like the first tattoo that I got and... You know, it's not even because I hated it, and I can't even see it because it's not in a place where I can, like, visually see it. But, so it's covered up, and I still don't really care for it. I'd probably prefer to have the whole thing removed and, like, start it over.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to do that. But it's not because I, like, hate it and I regret it. It's just kind of like, oh, man, like, I've evolved, and I kind of wish I could rework it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think reworking it, that's, like, a different thing. And I think, that's totally a good thing to do.
But it gets harder to do if there's already, like, layers of things.
True.
Because all you can do is put more ink over it. You can't. I mean, you can have it removed, but that's a different thing. So, anyways.
So, you're sort of like locked into what you can do with it at this point.
But that's like the least visible tattoo that I even have. Like anything that's more visible, no regrets. Zero regrets at all. Nothing.
No, they're all
Bring
part
them on.
of,
Do them.
they're all part of you and like your story and everything. So, and as long as you're getting like good work and, you know, all of that, it's,
Yes, like good, like tattoos work, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I was also thinking in terms of like, you know, I'm a professional. I have a career.
True. That too.
None of this is stopping me from doing everything that I want in my life. And people respect me. And so I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. It's a valid point, though, because a lot of the questions that I get about these are from my kids. Like, not my biological kids. I don't have kids. My students.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, I love that they bring it up, and I love to have an open conversation about them about anything. And I love that that's something that I can talk about them with, because that's what I tell them, you know, like, well, I'm a professional and this is okay for me to have these, you know, and, you know, the world is changing and it's becoming more open-minded and this is great to see, but we're not completely there yet. And you have to know about, you know, and also privilege in terms of it and stuff with your race and your gender and your expression and all that.
No, that is true. And like, if you can, like, if you're more, you know, educated, which also has to do with privilege, you know, and you sound and look like really professional, and then you're, you know, that's going to be more important to some people than if you have tattoos, because it's like, that just makes you interesting.
Yes.
Whereas for somebody else, those tattoos like make them like bad somehow or something.
It's silly. And I'm glad that we're moving away from those notions, and I'm glad that, like, you know, newer generations are like redefining these things, and I'm so proud of them for the work they're doing. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true. Definitely true. So I think, like, you know, it's not like we set out to be part of that whole thing, but we are, because we are who we are, and we look how we look.
I know. That's pretty cool.
I know. I think it's nice.
Kind of like that.
I know. I like that too. So, yeah, I don't know. Those are kind of like common questions that we get a lot. Do you have future plans right now for any, like, dream goal? What's next?
You know, it's funny that you asked that because I think we've like...
And after this, we're going to get to like showing you guys specific stuff,
Yeah.
just FYI.
Yes, we are. Yeah, it's funny because I think we've had this conversation a couple times in just like our preparation for the upcoming year and sort of...
Right, just in our personal communication that we just have because we're in love and everything.
Exactly. You know, that we just do.
We just do all the time.
We just talk about. Yeah, and I think we both, you know, like, well, at least me. I was like, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe this. I mean, I know eventually I want to kind of complete the theme I have going here and sort of take it up here. But I don't have, like, a specific timeline for it or if it's even really going to happen this year. I don't know.
I know. I feel the same way generally. I don't have plans. I don't have any specifics. I don't have a, like, I have this booked in March or something. Like,
no.
I don't have anything booked. I don't have any requests out there to any of my people. I have a million ideas, always. So I don't really have anything. I mean, there's a few things I definitely like to do, like sort of prioritize, but I don't know.
Yeah, same.
And then I feel like we also like we'll have maybe priorities or like things like that we want, like lists, and then we'll come up with some stupid idea on a whim, and then we'll be like, book it.
We gotta do it.
Because we have a lot of shared tattoos.
Yes.
When I say shared, is that the right way to phrase it? It's not like half of it's on you and half of it's on me.
We share them. Some days she wears them.
What is it? Like, how do we phrase it?
Matching.
Matching. Oh, yes, matching. We have a lot of matching tattoos.
A lot of matching.
And we are not talking about those right now.
So
I'm sorry I brought them up.
Yeah, because those are like, it's such a deeper, more involved story.
There's a whole storyline through all of these.
Of them.
And how they even like evolve over what they are and what we call them.
That's so true, and some of them are really funny. Okay, we'll do that another time.
Future episode.
Some of them are really funny.
Some of them are really
some
good.
Of them,
some of them are sweet and like emotional.
No, some of them are like you'll cry.
I know. Well, we will.
Everyone will.
I know. If they have a heart, they'll cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Venus is still in Pisces, they'll cry.
Yeah. No,
it
that's
probably won't be,
true.
but
I know.
they would cry.
Yeah. So, no, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you doing a drum roll with your...
I don't know what that was.
Okay. Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little.
Okay. So we're going to start with, we have like 4 categories that we're going to answer.
Yes.
And we're going to show, based on kind of just generally what you can already see, we're going to answer. So out of what you can see here, what is your oldest tattoo?
My oldest tattoo is my Bambi.
Yes.
And he's all like hidden. Not hidden, but he's
surrounded now.
He's surrounded now with all kinds of colors and clouds and lots of friends for him to look at and be happy with. But
you're starting to do your Bambi voice.
Yeah, my Bambi voice. So cute. And he's happier now because he has all his friends. So yes, this is my oldest one. Still looks pretty good.
Yeah, when he started out, it was just him, and now he's surrounded by friends.
Yeah, now he's there.
That's awesome.
And yours?
So my oldest. So I feel like. Okay, I answered this, and now I feel like it's a little unfair because you can't actually see it because of what I'm wearing. But there's like over here, it's like a rose, and there's like a skull in the rose, and it was hard for me to say which was the oldest because some of them like were kind of around the same time. But I think I determined that was the oldest one.
I love that one. I love a purple rose.
It's really pretty, and it's old. It's like. I think I was trying to think. I think it's probably like 2009.
Okay.
So it's pretty old, and I try to take really good care of my tattoos. So it's a little bit faded just naturally because of time.
You're good about it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, but it still looks really good.
But it's like 15 years old almost.
Yeah,
that's old.
Crazy. That's crazy. It still looks so good.
But it's over here, so it is there. Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
I like that one too. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What is our next?
Next question is the most recent tattoo that we have received.
Received.
That's not the right word.
Why is it so hard?
Gotten. I hate it.
Yeah, gotten.
Gotten.
Did you gotten these? It's not.
It doesn't sound like that's a real word.
No, it sounds like there should be a like apostrophe. I mean.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
It sounds like there's letters missing.
I don't like it, but I don't know what else to say because I mean I guess received is fine, but
or then you could just say got. What was the last tattoo you got?
Hate it. Hate that. do not like that.
I don't like it either.
What's your most recent tattoo? Why don't we just say it like that?
That is excellent wording. So again, like sort of based on what you can see here,
Yeah.
it's not actually the most recent tattoos, but it's the most recent that you can see.
Right.
And I think it's obvious because if you go back just a couple of months in Dumb Witch Club episodes, you will see I do not have this chest piece.
Yes.
And now I do.
And now I do.
Now it is here.
That was very Norma
That
Desmond.
was very Norma Desmond.
You
I
are
know.
channeling her.
I know. Like, don't be mad. I'm like, don't be mad.
Don't be mad. I'm like,
I was the greatest, the best.
those
She does the eyes.
Oh,
yes, so good.
Perfect.
I know.
Yes, and are just like her head
Yes,
tilt.
always right up there.
I love it.
Anyways,
Yes.
yes, here it is.
Gorgeous.
So beautiful.
Beautiful piece. We
know.
can say by Evie of Show Pigeon Tattoo.
Yes, I would love to actually shout her out because she's a huge fan of ours, as we are of hers.
Oh my gosh.
Love her.
Love her.
Love her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she's done a lot of really amazing work for both of us. Tattoo-wise, but also just as a human, like as a friend. She's amazing.
Incredible artist. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's super awesome. So, yeah, and this was like a process. This is not something you just go and say like, hey, do this right now. Like there's a whole creative process and consultations and kind of creating a vision. And she's just so good. So.
Yeah, she's incredible. And that's an incredible piece.
Thank you. It is. I wear it very proudly, and I hope I make her proud with it.
Oh, you absolutely do.
Yeah.
She loves it and loves talking about it, as she should, because
I know. Yeah, I know. She did an amazing, amazing job.
Yeah, she did.
And this is, I think, the only tattoo that I have gotten in 2 sessions, technically, where she did all the outline, like the black work, and then healed for 2 weeks, and then came back and did all the shading and coloring in. So it was an experience.
It was crazy because after she had done the line work and sort of some of the shading and everything, like it looked so good.
It already looked so good.
Like, how is this going to get better? Like this just already looks good. And then when you got it finished, I was like, oh, it just did. Like it looked even better. And I like couldn't believe that it did. But it like the way that she shaded the flower, it like, you'll see it closer up and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yes, I love it. I love it. So this, I'm really proud and happy that this is the most recent tattoo that fits into today's kind of parameters because I love it and I love talking about it. And I love showing it to people. Not that I can help showing it to people. It's pretty much like
it's right there
all the time. So yeah. Anyways, okay, what is your most recent tattoo that we can see?
Mine's also here.
You don't say.
I do say. Just said it. Did you recognize my voice? That was
Wait,
me.
who was that? Was that you?
I
thought it was Norma Desmond.
It was Norma Desmond.
We're crazy. Okay.
Mine is also here.
So good. The chest.
Yeah, I know.
So good.
I need to be like that every day.
I know. Yes, anyways.
Yes.
True answer. Yes, and these roses are so delicate.
Thank you.
There's not a lot of like outline, like the dark line outline that kind of comes with, well, I mean, different styles of tattooing, but what we mainly have is sort of in the American traditional realm or, updated of that. Anyways, this doesn't have that, so it's very soft.
Yeah, it's very different. It's like a Chinese or like Korean style of tattooing, which is becoming like really popular increasingly. And it's a lot of that kind of, it's not watercolor. Like when you say watercolor, you usually think like zero outline, right? And just sort of like color splashed on the skin. It's not like that. It's in a form of illustrative, but it's like done in like a very beautiful, like very intentionally like Asian style.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with it. And I don't have a lot in that style, but I wanted that here because I wanted like something just very like, I'm like a fae creature. I wanted something very soft and very sort of fairy. And so I love them so much. Like,
and they are very soft and very like realistic. Like it has that like texture almost.
Yes.
Like you feel like you could feel like a petal, you know?
Yeah, almost like photorealism, but like not quite to that level. It's still illustrative, but yes, it has like a lot of detail and yes, I love them.
Yes, they are very beautiful. So interesting too that we both kind of have a recent front piece.
I know.
Strange.
It's not like we planned that, but so it is.
As it is. Ooh, yay. So now our next is, what is your personal favorite?
Yes, out of the ones
that we can see.
And
here.
honestly, even if it was like all of them. My personal favorite is my castle piece.
Oh, it is beautiful.
Thank you.
And meaningful.
Yes, it is a memorial piece for my niece who passed away from chordoma cancer when she was 3 years old. And her name was Kaylee. And it is for her. And she dressed in a princess dress every single day of her life.
I've seen many pictures of this. Just
Every single day. And she loved Belle. And so I have a stained glass rose in one of the windows. And she was our princess. And then I have the banner here, which is a lyric from a Flyleaf song. And it just says, set apart this dream. And the lyrics in the song just are really meaningful for who she was and her memory that I try to keep with me every day. And just the reminder to like have that spirit and that there is something set apart for us that's not on this earth that is better. And that she's there and like we're going to be there. And so, yeah, this will always and forever be my favorite. And Chelsea Jane did this one, Dear Chels, who is at Breakwater Tattoo currently, and she is, again, one of our favorite people. Yeah. And she created this for me, like, solely by herself, and it's the most wonderful, perfect thing.
It really is, and the detail on it is exquisite. And, you know, I think another thing, sort of a general question with tattoos is, like, what do they mean? People want to be like, what does that mean? And sometimes I'm like, it literally means nothing. Like, it's cute, it's fun, like whatever. But that one is really meaningful. And it has symbolism, and it's, you know, it's just really sweet.
Yeah. It's definitely my most special, I would say. Yeah.
Well, I love it too.
Thank you.
Yes. Always. You're welcome. I know. Like, oh, okay.
I know. And what's your personal favorite?
This was hard for me. So I landed on my personal favorite being, this is a Little Prince tattoo.
I love
and
that.
So if anyone is not familiar with the short novel, The Little Prince, which has also been made, well, a couple times into a movie. The first one is with like Gene Wilder, and it's like, it's wild. It's from like the 70s. It's so very strange. So, I mean, whatever. I don't even know if you can get that anywhere. But but then there's sort of an animated one from a few years back, which I actually didn't see. I don't know how well or if it adheres to the book. Like, I'm not even sure. But anyways, the point is, it's a beautiful, beautiful, sort of almost allegorical novel. And so this is The Little Prince, and then there's a snake, which is a character from the book. And so this is by Melissa Martell, who I also love.
Yes.
And this is an original illustration of hers based on the illustrations in the book.
It's so beautiful. I love that piece.
I love it too.
It's so cute. And she's lovely as well.
She is. She is lovely. So yeah, she's moved out of California to Chicago.
Or like Michigan?
Cleveland?
Oh, yeah. I think it's something like that.
We should have checked. We'll check.
I'm pretty sure it is like Cleveland. I think that's right.
Yeah, I think that's right too. So, yeah.
But she comes back.
Well, yeah. And I mean, you can just look up her name. So, she'll tell you where she is.
She'll let you know.
We don't know. We're not her PR people.
So lame.
We're trying to be, sort of. But
yeah, that was not. She's like, okay, guys.
I know. She's like, thanks, guys. Like,
she's like, thanks.
She's like, did you ask me before you mentioned me or no?
No, you didn't. You didn't bother. You didn't bother to just look at my Instagram. No.
Dumb Witch Club.
Dumb Witch Club.
Always in full effect.
That's fine. Whatever.
So now to my most anticipated part of this is I get to tell you my favorite on you.
Do it.
This is very hard. So we were, preparing for this, and I'm literally like examining her and like, looking at everything. Not like I don't know what's there, not like I don't see it like every day, but I'm like,
you
forget. And then I'm also like, I have to pick one favorite. Like, I want to pick one favorite because I love all of it, and I love them for different reasons, and I know. Anyways, so I finally picked something with no further ado. I'm going to say, so it's kind of like a whole little scene all around your wrist at the bottom. And I don't know, what do you call it? Like a little witchy house? It's like a little pumpkin and has a door, like a little fae.
It's like a fairy garden.
Yeah, it's like a fairy garden house. And there's crystals, and they're super cute. And there's like, a little, what's it called? Like a wishing
well.
with the thing. And there's a little toadstool. Anyway, it's super, super cute. And I really enjoy it. And it has like cute little details. A little worm coming out of the mushroom. It's so cute.
And the plants are all poisonous.
Yes, no, it's so amazing. And the little stone walkway. It's very detailed. I really like when there's a lot of like small details in tattoos that you really can't see unless you look at them closely, but also don't do that without asking someone first if you don't know them.
Don't grab their arm. It's weird.
For sure. Yeah,
that's still their skin.
That's my favorite.
Thank you. I do love it too. It's also by Chelsea.
Yeah. Oh, I know. She's amazing. She really is.
Yeah, she really is.
And yeah. I know I could have picked anything though because I really love everything that you have.
Yeah, I love everything you have. I had an equally challenging time. And now I'm looking at them all again.
I know, you were like going to change it up at the last minute. Do you remember what you picked?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm just looking at all of them. But yes, I do remember what I picked.
And I know it's slightly covered.
It's been my favorite for a long time. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's just so good. And it is this one right here. And it is Wednesday Addams. And it says, I hate everything. just so good.
I hate everything.
It's so good. I mean, okay, the portrait is just beautiful. And you'll see it better.
Yes.
And she's just gorgeous and perfect and like looks like you. And then this poison bottle part of it. And then there's just, I don't know, like the frame, everything about it is just like beautiful. But the phrase and the lettering on it that says, I hate everything, it just makes it, it's just so good. I remember when you got it and I was like, that is so good.
Well, funny story, actually, when I got this tattoo, I had, and this is also by Chelsea, so we're just like hyping her up, which is not a surprise, but I didn't realize that we had all of these. Anyway.
I know.
So I'd had this appointment, for like, 6 weeks ahead or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be the day after the election where Trump was elected president.
Oh my God. I hadn't realized that.
Yeah. And Chelsea goes, this is the only tattoo I want to be doing today.
That's so
great. And I was like, do it, girl. Do it. It was amazing.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it even more perfect.
Yeah,
it's like infused with that energy.
Yes. And it was like, I hate everything.
So
I also feel like this obviously predates the current Wednesday Addams craze.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more like comments on it now.
Yeah, I bet.
Because people like are more aware of Wednesday Addams. But I'm like, nah, I had this bitch.
Yeah, that's stayed loving Wednesday Addams. Probably since you were like born.
Yeah, I feel like it's a tie between me and my daughter who is Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
Which one?
She is. Well, yeah, it's like you were one and then you had, I guess you're Morticia. You're not, though.
No, I don't feel like I'm really, truly a Morticia. I mean, I'll take it. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like more of a Wednesday.
You are more of a Wednesday. She's just a mini Wednesday.
Yes, exactly. So, I know.
Not so mini anymore. But
no, that is also true.
now she's like growing up and like going to fancy places and being fancy and smart and whatever.
Co-producing a YouTube show for her mom.
Yeah. Literally. And being like, also, I got into like every school I applied to and I'm amazing and beautiful.
She is. I love her.
Same.
I love her. I love her more than I love Wednesday Addams. That's true.
Of course.
So, just for the
But of course.
Okay, I think that concludes our current tattoo tour.
Wow. That felt kind of like short, didn't it?
Well, I think it's because we literally have like 5 times more tattoos that we need to talk about that we haven't even talked about.
Yeah, that's probably
There will be
true.
more stops on this tour. Mm-hmm. We promise.
Yes, and like especially if you keep asking for it and like want specific things, and like obviously there are specific things like you mentioned in the beginning that might be a little challenging to share, but we're not, completely saying we're not going to. We just don't know how that's going to be accomplished.
Yeah, and I think also we do have a lot of matching tattoos, which would be really fun and cool to go over because there's a lot of stories that go with those too.
Yeah, those are good stories.
Yes, for sure.
They may not all make sense to everybody. They're good.
I also hope that everyone wasn't disappointed that all of these tattoos were not witchy tattoos, technically. Some of them kind of were. Some of them, but then again, I'm like, actually, maybe they all are.
They are, and just simply the act of taking that ownership of your body and choosing what it is going to be and do and reflect and show, and you choosing that is you being a witch.
Exactly.
I don't
It's
care
a spell.
if you don't even agree with that and you don't think you are one. I'm sorry, but you are.
You are.
You are.
No, it's a spell and it's power and
Oh, for sure.
we love it.
Yes,
So.
absolutely love it.
All right. Well, all right. I guess that wraps up now.
I guess so.
Until next time.
Stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.
Dumb Witch Club is written and produced by us, Ashley Sidner.
And Jackie Gerard at the Dumb Witch Clubhouse in Orange County, California.
Produced and edited by Matt Heinemeyer. Creative Director and Culture Consultant Violet Turner.
Original music by Ashley Sidner. And look us up on all your favorite social media platforms, including Patreon.
Until next time, stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.